necessarily here, but are away and afar. So I want to say good morning. And at the very get-go, I have to say that I am so honored and heartened by the kind of affection that this community has given Steve and I. I went to Foster's, yes. I mean, my phone has just been flooding with commentary, positive commentary from the community. When I go to Foster's to go and buy a soup, the minute I walk in, there's a flood of people. Oh, Miss Theresa, we're so happy that you and Dr. Steve are on because, and then I asked one lady, what do you think Dr. Steve and I bring to the discussion, and what is it that evokes this response? And she essentially said, it's good to see two Caymanian people who we respect, two Caymanian people who have courage, two Caymanian people who are intelligent and unafraid. The little lady said, it inspires even me to go home and speak to my grandchildren. And she's now saying that she's going to invite those kids to listen to the show. So I want to say a huge thank you, a huge shout out to everybody who has embraced us and become engaged in conversation. Your feedback and your attention, it is really well received. Dr. Steve?
Yes, and good morning, Sister T, S&T. That's what I say. You can call us S&T. And good morning to all the listeners in For the Record Land. Those who listens to Mr. For the Record Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and all of the listeners in the Cayman diaspora, and all those people listen elsewhere, because I know there are a lot of people not within the Cayman diaspora that listens to us too, and I get a lot of calls from overseas saying what a wonderful little country that we have, and they're so excited and that we bring to the forefront a lot of history, a lot of information about the Cayman Islands. So good morning to everyone, and we'll get back to Dr. T, who will now bring you the birthday greetings.
Right, and I'd like to say a huge shout out, and we have some folks in the audience with us this morning. We'll get to them shortly afterwards. But the birthday shout out, obviously is brought to you by Coca-Cola. And so far, we have a special greeting going out to Doris Swaby, who is the personal assistant to the Minister for Health, the Honorable Kathy
Ebanks.
I was going to say Wilks. Kathy Ebanks-Wilks. And I don't want to butcher your name, but I know personally I like my so thank you so very much. Thanking the minister obviously for expressing that birthday shout out. I know that there are a couple and they don't appear on the phone at the moment, but when we get back, we will be happy to read out some of those birthday shout outs. Yep.
Yes, and we're so happy to tell you this morning that we are very grateful to have the Honorable Minister Katherine Ebanks-Wilks with us, and Mr.
Roy Ebanks.
Which is better known as Coach Huta.
As Coach Huta.
Yeah.
And then next to him is the person you know as Jamo.
The man.
The man himself. So we're so happy to have the minister come on this morning. And without any ado, we'll ask the minister to introduce herself.
Well, good morning, Dr. McField and Ms. Theresa. Lewis, it's a pleasure to be here this morning and to be joined with these fine gentlemen who have been paving, they're trailblazers for a long time in the sports and youth field and area. And this morning we're here to talk a bit about what they've been busy doing in the District of West Bay as they have launched a community health, remind me how it's,
wellness.
Yes, wellness, a community wellness committee. And it's something that I have already started to get behind as Minister of Health. I think it's just a wonderful initiative. it's something that we certainly need to be doing more of in our country, getting active, getting out as a community with, our children and our families. And these gentlemen are using football and the love of football to bring the community together. And what has really blown me away was when I met with them a few nights ago. They were going from a data point, looking at the STEPS survey, and Coach Roy was really, weighing on how critical it is for us as a country to get behind the fact that we need to be more proactive and get into a place of preventative healthcare by way of being physically active. So what I have said to them is I'm hoping that what they're doing in the District of West Bay can start to ripple out and get into other districts. And I'm going to be speaking more with them about hopefully launching a national approach, because this is in line with what I want to do along with my colleagues from the government as it relates to, being more proactive and looking at preventative healthcare by way of wellness. So that's why we're here this morning, and I don't really want to steal too much of their thunder. I want them to talk a bit this morning about what they're doing and how this is impacting the community. I've gone out there, Premier and Parliamentary Secretary Hunter and we went out there on Wednesday evening, and it was really nice. Minister Anglin was unable to attend because he was attending to some matters relating to his ministry. We're in budget time, so everybody's busy, but certainly want to give these gentlemen an opportunity to share with the community so that everyone can come out and support it.
So, Coach?
Yes. Good morning, Cayman Islands. It's an honor here to be representing first my community of West Bay and then the whole of the Cayman Islands, which is Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman. I also am very grateful for Dr. Steve and Dr. Theresa, and more so our Minister of Health, Katherine Ebanks-Wilks, to be here this morning in this audience. First, I would like to give thanks to God and to all of the elders in my community that was very instrumental in mentoring people like ourselves to continue the path that they have set. And those elders is who this community, one of the main ones is who this community football tournament is named after, and it's Mr. Ivan Farrington. And the other people I would like to mention is man like Mr. Bella Banker, man like Jimmy Powell, people like Mr. Floyd Bush, and also was my originator of, I would say, sports in West Bay was Mr. Arthur Ebanks. And most of all, I would say, was Mr. Ed Bush, which the stadium that we are using right now is in his name, because he was really a real originator of organizing the game at organized level in West Bay. So I am now going to turn it over to my co-worker here in the community of West Bay Wellness Association, Jamo Myles, better known as Jamo.
Good morning, everyone.
This mic isn't on.
But I can talk loud so the other mics can pick me up. Morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank the Minister for allowing us to come on and to share what we're doing in West Bay, and hopefully we can roll out to all of the country. I was called by James Anglin to come and hear what these coaches in West Bay were doing, and that what they were trying to organize and how I could help. And naturally, I grew up in West Bay. A lot of my formative years was in West Bay. I went to Johnny Cumber Primary. It's my alma mater. And then afterwards, I started to live in all the different parts of the country, East End, Georgetown. And so I'm an all-around Caymanian boy. And so when I got the call to come in and hear what was happening, I said, well, I think you're hitting the fire when it's nice and hot, because I just came back from UT Pines with my brother, who we learned how to do how to promote wellness through lifestyle choices. So I have a lot of knowledge to share, but when I'm around elders like Coach Roy and Coach Oli, and that they've walked the path of wellness, and it shows in their physique. But
Yes.
they're well into their sixth and seventh decade on the planet, and it shows that they look a whole lot younger than they really are, and it's because they cared for themselves and used the knowledge that they learned through football to keep well. One of the things we try to do is to promote walking, movement. It is something that most of us can do, and we're trying to do that. And I noticed that last week, my minister, Isaac Rankin, was on here challenging people to walk as well. We're finally starting to get going. And the next activity that we do Jericho walks at the football games. We try and encourage all the people to come off the stands, come off from watching by the fence, and come and walk around the field at halftime, because we know the benefits of just walking for 15 minutes is very important. Coach sent me a note this morning saying, this is what's happened when you walk for an hour. After 2 minutes, the blood starts flowing faster, waking up all the muscles and your brain. After 5 minutes of walking, your heart rate picks up, boosting circulation and oxygen supply. After 10 minutes, joints loosen, stiffness fades, and mood starts to lift. This is where we normally target for the Jericho walks, because halftime is 15 minutes. But after 15 minutes of walking, your body burns fat for energy. Stress begins to drop. So this is why we try to encourage that bit of movement at every match. But if we could get in 30 minutes, endorphins kick in, improving the mood and lowering anxiety. And you start to get into the mental wellness once you have sustained activity. After 45 minutes, blood pressure and cholesterol levels starts to improve.
So this is what I hate with my responsibility on this show, is kind of like chop.
No problem.
So I'm going to ask us to pick up after the break.
Yes.
And continue. Thanks so very much.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Spurgeon Andrew Ebanks, OBE, JP, 1914 through 1994. Spurgeon Ebanks served as headmaster in the government schools in North Side, Spot Bay in Cayman Brac, and West Bay from 1935 to 1946. He went to sea for a period of 6 years, returning home to manage his business in West Bay. He served as the sub-collector of taxes and customs for West Bay. He was a member of the Legislative Assembly, serving his district for 3 terms, in 1957 through 1959, 1963 through 1965, and in 1966 through 1968. He was the first Deputy President of the LA and chaired the Cayman Islands branch of the Parliamentary Association. He served on various boards, committees, and tribunals. He was appointed Justice of the Peace in 1961 and received his OBE in 1978. He was a member, elder, and treasurer of the West Bay, now John Gray Memorial Presbyterian Church. Mr. Ebanks was married twice, to Ina Nee Ebanks for 48 years and to Iola Nee Bodden for the last 8 years of his life. He had 4 daughters. He was a kind and considerate man, always willing to help those less fortunate than himself.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
This summer, happiness is better when you share it. Coca-Cola invites you to share a Coke with someone special. Grab an ice-cold Coke and find a name. Maybe theirs, maybe yours, maybe a surprise. Because nothing says you matter like sharing a smile and a Coke. So who will you share a Coke with today? Find your name, find your friends, and share a Coke. Available now. Stores island-wide.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit caymanairways.com/cargo.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
It's a sizzling summer with J&M Money. You can win a luxury weekend getaway for two when you send or receive money from now until September 30, 2025. That's right. We're turning up the heat this summer with J&M Money. Visit www.jnmoneyonline.com to learn more about how to win. What are you waiting for? Send, win, relax this summer with J&M Money.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
This is For the Record.
So welcome back, and thank you again for allowing us to spend some time with you this morning. And no time is money. And I know that the minister has some other obligations and need to jump in a minute. I'd like to give you this opportunity, Kath, to make some further comments about what this wellness program means to you and the community. Thanks.
Well, thank you again. And yes, just to share some exciting news, we as a government are all heading over to Cayman Brac this morning. Some of my colleagues have already flown over, and I'm leaving shortly. We are going to have cabinet in Cayman Brac later today, and then we'll also be having a 100-day celebration, just like what we had this Friday in Cayman Brac. So again, wanting to make the people of Cayman Brac and Little Cayman feel included in whatever the government does. But yes, just to come back to the discussion about the Community Wellness Committee. Again, I'm here this morning as minister to send a message that this is important. We can't sit on the sofas and expect to remain a healthy community. And as we look at the STEPS survey, it is obvious to those who have seen it. And if you haven't, encourage those in the public to just Google it. It is on the government platform, but it is a document that shares a lot of information, data that has been received through surveys that have been conducted while the former Minister Turner was the Minister of Health, and it sets out that the Cayman Islands has a major issue with obesity. And as a result of that, we have persons, there's a high number of persons with diabetes. And if we can get the obesity and diabetes under control, it will then prevent a lot of other chronic illnesses, because as many of us know, obesity then leads to diabetes. And by extension, some more persons are, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, studies show that if you are obese, which I am actually severely obese, I am more prone to getting cancer. My father was a diabetic. So I am more prone to becoming
heart disease.
So the way to mitigate that is to, one, bring my BMI down from where it's at, and it's not going to happen if I continue to sit at home on the sofa. So this initiative that Coach Huta and Jamo and the rest of the West Bay Community Wellness Committee has started is something that I know they've been doing for a very long time, but now they're taking a collective approach. And I'm going to do everything that I can as minister to make this a national movement, because we can talk about wellness all we want from the Ministry of Health, but we need the community behind us. We need to get active. So I thought, as I went out to 2 of the football sessions, what a great start. All I could think about was football really brings people together, because the amount of people in the community that are already showing up. This is a fairly new initiative. It hasn't been largely publicized. And to see how many people in the district are coming out, watching, playing, laughing. And I even made a joke while I was watching on the sidelines the other night. I saw an old classmate of mine playing football, and I said, oh boy, Mac Ruscam be selling the Bengay tonight. And everybody's laughing, and someone else cracked another joke. So again, even if you're not getting physically active, just getting out amongst people, talking, communicating, having conversation, that too does a lot for your mental health, So I just want to once again thank the West Bay Wellness Committee for having the foresight to get this started. And it would be a real unfortunate situation to just let this fall on its face. And so I will do everything that I can. I know that all the other West Bay MPs are just as excited. And we've been talking about it amongst our other colleagues. And everyone appreciates the fact that, we all need to be active. We've been focusing a lot on our seniors, and I know you've mentioned Miss Mita. So we've been focusing a lot on our seniors recently, trying to get them out of the house and get them active, because as well, we see where our senior citizens are just staying at home all day. They're getting lonely and sad and depressed. And just like how we have to make an effort to get them out, we need to find a creative way to get families out so that we can continue to build a strong community. So I just want to say thank you. As you mentioned, Ms. Theresa, I do have to hop off shortly, but I wanted to organize my flight around this show so that I could come on this morning and put my support behind what the Wellness Committee is doing. I just want to encourage the public. There is another game on Sunday evening.
Time is ticking.
Time is ticking. And I'm tapping my leg. Stop talking. So these gentlemen will tell you more about that.
Yeah. So thank you so very much, Kath. And like I said, it seems to be my job to be the cutoff point. But I was warned at 7:59 and giving it right back over to the lady in the room. Yeah, thank you so much.
So we're going to break for the news now. When we come back, we're going to hear from the coach. What's it?
Roy Ebanks.
Mr. Roy Ebanks and Jamo.
And minute.
Yeah.
All right. So the time on Radio Cayman is now 7:59, and this time signal is brought to you by Foster's.
The experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The Cayman Islands education community is coming together at John Gray High School this morning for the annual Education Professionals Welcome. As CIG-TV's Travis Webster reports, this year's theme is Educate, Inspire, Thrive.
The event will mark a powerful start to the new academic year. As the ministry's largest annual gathering, the forum represents an important opportunity for the Education and Training Minister, the Honorable Ralston Anglin, and the ministry's chief officer to directly engage with all Caymanian educators simultaneously. More than a welcome, the event sets the tone for the year ahead, outlining priorities, inspiring collaboration, and reaffirming the ministry's unwavering commitment to educational excellence. The gathering will also recognize the vital contribution of Cayman's dedicated teachers, principals, and education professionals across the system. Adding special significance to this year's event, Premier Ebanks will deliver a keynote speech underscoring the importance of education as a cornerstone of national development. The event unites Cayman's education community to reaffirm shared commitment to student success and building strong, supportive learning environments as educators and students prepare to return to their classrooms.
You can listen to the event live right here on Radio Cayman, starting at 9:30 a.m.
It's about more than just backpacks and pencils. It's about empowering our youth.
The Lloyd Barker Foundation invites you to Ready, Set, Learn, the annual back-to-school giveaway taking place in Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac this year, supporting students by providing them with the supplies they need to start the school year strong.
Easing the burden on families and reminding our children that their community is behind them. We're calling on those who are in need of these resources. Please attend. If persons are interested in donating supplies or volunteering on the day of the event, they may reach out on Instagram at Pursuit of Excellence TLBF, and someone will provide information.
Ready, Set, Learn is tomorrow at the Lion Center from 2 to 5, with the Aston Ready Center edition taking place on Sunday from 2 to 5. Interested in shark biology?
There is a puncture wound up here in the head. You can see there's like a little bit of brain coming out.
Gross? Absolutely. Fascinating? Only totally for a group of wide-eyed kids and families who attended the Department of Environment's Summer Shark Series at the Ambassadors of the Environment facility at the Ritz. Dr. Joanna Kohler walked the group through a dissection of a dead blacktip shark for assessment to determine the cause of death. In this case, a spear gun. In case you missed it, no worries though, the DOE has another Shark Series event planned for next week Friday, so make sure to keep it locked to Radio Cayman, and we'll bring you those details as soon as they're available. In international news, the FBI conducted a court-authorized search at John Bolton's house as part of a national security investigation, according to a person familiar with the matter. CNN observed FBI personnel at the former U.S. National Security Advisor's house in Washington. They were seen speaking to a person on the porch of the house, and at least 4 to 6 agents were seen going inside. Reached by CNN, Bolton said he was unaware of the FBI activity and was looking into it further. The search was first reported by the New York Post on Friday. In a post on social media, the FBI director wrote the agents were, quote, on mission, but it was unclear if he was referring to the search. President Donald Trump has repeatedly gone after his former national security advisor while in office, including most recently saying this month that the media was, quote, constantly quoting fired losers and really dumb people like John Bolton. And Tesla is facing an investigation from federal safety regulators into whether it delayed notifying the government about crashes involving its driver assistance technology. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is looking into whether or not the company is complying with regulations requiring it to report data about crashes involving its cars when they are using certain driver assistance features. In a federal filing released Wednesday, NHTSA said that, quote, reported crashes occurred several months or more before the dates of the reports. Many Tesla vehicles come equipped with autopilot, a system designed to help drivers on limited access highways, and the company's so-called full-service driving feature, which is supposed to be able to guide cars on both city streets and highways. Both features are only supposed to be used with a person in the driver's seat who is paying attention and can take control of the car. That's your latest news. I'm Karsley Fuller.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, sad, stressed out, or suicidal and need support? Call 1-800
534-6463. K-Mind, Mental Health Helpline. It's okay to ask for help. K-Mind Mental Health Helpline, available from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's free and confidential support and guidance on your emotional and psychological health.
The 8 a.m. weather update, brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening with the latest weather update. Temperature has risen to 88 degrees. Let me tell you what it feels like. It feels like 104 degrees at 8:09 in the morning. Wow. Humidity is at 77% and wind direction remains east-southeasterly. Today, expect mainly sunny skies becoming partly cloudy at times in the afternoon with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures are expected to be near the low mid-90s with a heat index of 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Tonight, you can expect mainly clear skies with a 20% chance of showers. That's overnight showers, and the temperatures will fall to the low 80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. In our tides today, expect a high tide at 8:50, a low tide at 2:59 this afternoon, and a high tide again at 9:21. Sunset later today will be at 6:46, so if you gotta make use of the sun, 6:46 is the time to beat. And the sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:09. The outlook is for some isolated showers across the Cayman area on Saturday, as early morning Cuban showers may linger for a time before drying out later in the day. On Monday, well, let's not jump to Monday just yet. Let's just keep it in the weekend, all right? But next week, we are expected to see scattered showers and thunderstorms, as we have what they call an equatorial moisture that will be traveling southwest of the Caribbean, nearing the Cayman area. But we'll keep you posted on that, all right? It is 8:10 right here on Radio Cayman 89.9. Coming up in just a few, we're going to rejoin our hosts inside For the Record. But stay tuned. Coming up, we have our traffic update.
Aunt Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull riding world record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Britcay. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather update, brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
Start. Stop. That's how long it takes to react to a child crossing the street. How long would it take you to apply the brakes? How long would it take the parents to forgive you? How long would it take you to forgive yourself? Slow down. Save a life. Not only theirs, but your own. Texting, speeding, and ignoring safety rules can cost lives. Visit gov.ky/road safety to learn more and help keep our roads safe.
Healthcare Pharmacy, caring about your health for the past 25 years. Radio Cayman's premier health show.
Alzheimer's and dementia. Are they the same disorder?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Is heard on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. and on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor, where they care about your health. Transfer and refill your prescription online. Visit healthcarepharmacy.ky or call 947-8900. Healthcare Pharmacy, now with a second location in Governor's Square. Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health.
Get ready! Gamers Bay 9 is back and bigger than ever. On September 27th and 28th, dive into 2 epic days of esports battles, VR, cosplay, and meet your favorite streamers and content creators. All at the John Gray Gymnasium. Don't miss the ultimate gaming experience for fans of all ages. Tickets available now at gamersbayevent.com. Level up your weekend. Only at Gamers Bay 9.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening on the roads. The traffic right now is completely different than it was less than an hour ago. So let us start off with some of our traffic hotspots. Crew Road, my dear Crew Road. Crew Road is seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic, but it is moving slowly, but it's moving. And if you're coming from Agnes Way heading onto Crew Road, expect quite a bit of delay because there is standstill traffic in that area. Not seeing much traffic across some of the other major thoroughfares. If you're traveling along 7 Mile Beach, traffic is flowing smoothly in both directions. If you're heading on Edward Street, you won't experience much delays. I'm seeing a little bit of a traffic, but it is moving quickly, so you should be good. If you're running a few minutes late, you should be good. If you're coming from the east on the east-west arterial road, traffic is looking good also. And I am looking over at the Butterfield roundabout, and traffic has really picked up in that area because, you know, a lot of persons use that roundabout to go where they need to go. So traffic is building up heading into the roundabout. So please, we're asking you to just be a little bit more patient this morning because we've been seeing a lot of fender benders in the past few days, especially at our roundabout. So please be a little bit more careful and a little bit more patient, and look out for others who may not know how to use the roundabout because we've been seeing a lot of that lately. And if you are on Owen Roberts Drive, not much traffic at this time. It is 8:15 right here on Radio Cayman 89.9, and this traffic update was brought to you today by Subway.
There's something new at Subway. Indulge your taste buds with our new barbecue pork rib sandwich tender. Smoky pork ribs smothered in sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, built just the way you like it. It's bold, rich, and seriously satisfying. But hurry, it's here for a limited time only. Order now on the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick in-store pickup, or get it delivered with Bento or Let's Eat. The all-new barbecue pork rib sandwich, only at Subway. Subway, eat fresh.
Yummy.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
Score a $1,000 Kirk Office voucher for all your back-to-school needs when you sign up for Flowmania. Sign up today and use your Kirk Office voucher for laptops, Sharpies, and everything in between. So your little scholar can start the school year with the things they need. And you can keep more of your cash in your pocket for the things you want. Sign up for Flowmania in-store or online and claim your $1,000 Kirk Office voucher today. Flow. We keep your rhythm flowing.
For the Record with Ort Connor.
So welcome back.
Yes.
And I'd also like to do a shout out for Santos Flores, who is 14 years of age. And I understand this young man is going to become one of Cayman's not just Cayman's, an international chef with time. And I want to definitely do the Coca-Cola shout out. It's available across the Cayman Islands and accept no substitutes. Share a Coca-Cola with someone special. Got to make sure I get that message in right.
Okay.
But yeah, so I wanted, and there's also a note that came in on the WhatsApp phone. Before we get in, I'm just going to do all of this stuff and then we can continue the conversation. Yeah. So good morning. I am a government pensioner, 66 years of age. I worked 3 areas in government. However, I resigned. Now I'm trying to get cynical coverage, but was told I cannot as I did not retire in the service. So from my widow's mite pension, I will have to pay cynical to get covered. Why don't the government legislate for all pensioners to get cynical coverage, especially those that did not retire in the service? So that's a question that someone submitted. This morning, I think for until 8:30, we were having the conversation about the West Bay Wellness Association. Yeah. So I'd like us to continue.
Sure.
Yes. So you want to continue, Coach?
Yes.
And tell us. During the break, we had a very productive conversation. Could you continue that line, reasoning?
Well, good morning again, Cayman Islands. First, I would also like to give a big shout out to all our colleagues that is in the West Bay Wellness. That makes up the West Bay Community Wellness Association. Mr. Arden Rivers, Olson Bush, Antonio Smith, Darnell Kelly, Gerard Ebanks, Jamo Myles, Heather Parsons, Joel McCrae. And Sylvester Coleman. I am more than appreciative of these people, our community leaders putting their minds together and to address the many concerning things we have in our community in West Bay, but more so the Cayman Islands with such a population explosion that we have had here in the last 10 years. But we have not had an explosion of institutions, people to build people resources to accommodate such a population explosion. And what we have found in our community, again, if the national survey from Dr. Jenk points it out about obesity, but I am not going to deal on the health part, on that physical health part. I'm more into the social health part. I have seen a social deterioration in my community. There was a criminal assessment made by the juvenile court statistics between 2007 and 2016. Well, one of the first reports was risk you are facing. From 2005 to 2015, approximately 43 young men with an average age of 24 were shot from gang-related violence. 20 were shot and killed in West Bay.
No.
And there's been a lot since 2015. And that was between 2005 2015. We do not have access to the other statistics from 2015 to 2025, but I guarantee you one thing, it is more than 20 were shot and killed in West Bay now.
Yeah, and I remember Yolanda Ford actually did a study about
just
that.
a minute. A minute. No, I'm glad that Dr. Theresa have brought up Yolanda Ford. Introduction, this is from her assessed criminologist social investigation that the Cayman Islands government brought her to do. But it, like everything else, they threw that on the shelf because
it was the Attorney General who brought
they
her
did
over.
not educate people to implement this because they used the courts to try to stop crime instead of using programs and human resources development to prevent crime. It said over the years, crime prevention in the Cayman Islands has essentially revolved around criminal justice responses to incidents of crime, police investigation, apprehension, prosecution, and court ruling, and punishment of criminal act. However, what has been discovered that this criminal justice center approach to controlling crime has not been as effective as authorities would have wished. These measures in itself just have not had the desired effect in terms of general nor individual deterrence. Many of the same people who commit crime appear before the court time and time again on various charges because of the formal processes of the justice system that do not really focus on so-called causes of criminality. Rather, the aim is to determine the legality of illegality of the act, the culpability of the accused, and to mete out punishment.
And we're about to build a bigger prison.
Yes.
So we haven't looked at we haven't looked at the symptoms.
For me, one of the main driving forces and motivations that I had through working in West Bay community for 54 years. My first team was coached in the community of Bosun Bay by a team called McAlpine Cavaliers. We was not the generation that went to sea. So we experienced all of the evolutionary changes that occurred in the Cayman Islands, from cleaning our arse with bush tree leaves and hiding in the house from mosquitoes, because in the night time you had to be in before 6 o'clock. But they got rid of them because it seemed like that was the only army to protect us at that time. So no one can tell us about the evolution of the Cayman Islands because we have gone through the whole 9 yards, so to speak. But we can go back to these findings, okay? As the data below shows, the vast criminal majority of inmates, 67.7%, had no membership in any type of social organization or association during the 2-year period prior to imprisonment. So for me, this is what of these statistics and what happened to us. I have seen this not being dealt with evolve and escalated in a much, much stronger way because our social, our educational, and our health have not been developed in terms of
Can I ask a question? Because when we were off on the break, you raised a number of very important points about how you evolved, why you evolved the way you did, and so on. What you're talking about ain't new. We've known this, we've talked about it, and the excuse that we hear decade after decade from the same leadership that's in the House, most of them are in the House today, right? The same leadership, we focused on the economy, but we lagged with social responsibility. So one of the points that you were raising during the break was how you managed to extricate yourself from that because of the level of abuse that was actually being perpetrated by our leaders. I think we should flesh a little bit of that out because what you're saying is so relevant.
Okay. I could put it all in. I could give you just one short answer. In 1974, I'm not going to call no names here because probably I'll get liable. But 1974, the leader of government business had a meeting with us, a group of us in the West Bay community, and he had it in a church. And he asked us the question because he was Minister of Culture and Education at that time. And he wanted to know what was making us make such drastic changes in our approach, our social approach to the community, because we started to question certain things. And he said that's not the way we was raised. We were not supposed to behave like this because we was talking some things that wasn't relevant to the teachings at that time that we was being told. Well, at the end of it, he pointed a hand at us and told us, say, that because Rastafarians couldn't come Cayman those times, they was stopped at the airport, sent back on the next plane. But he told us that right if he had the power and authority, but only thing we was born Caymanians, that he was going to ship us out of Cayman, never to return here because we had nothing to contribute to this island. Now, about 10 years ago, I see him in Eidbo Stadium watching his grandson play football. You know who he saw on the sideline coaching his grandson?
The same Rastafarian that
Thank
you would
you.
have
And I was blessed that I was able, like we was discussing off the mic earlier, that I was blessed to get out of Cayman for about 20 years. And when I went to another environment, I was embraced like I was a leader, so to speak. And I empowered myself, and I could have stayed in New Jersey. I was offered jobs. I work in academy there. But I said no. When I was coming back and forth, I saw too much social challenges, especially not health as much like I see now, but social challenges taking place in my community. I see Dr. Stephen, hug him up and say, brethren, how are you today? I would give him what you call a lion paw and say, what happened, dog? So we went from calling a man a brother to calling a man a dog. So that in itself is a nutshell to show me the rapid juvenile delinquency and things that would start to set into our community. And that I decided to come back my country. I was coaching, and I decided to get involved in football. But I use a holistic approach to my programs. And I'm proud to say today that I would say giants have come out of the financial sector. Okay, man. He had played for me. In the last game, he won a championship. He came out a champion. The deputy governor, I have coached. So and what I was proud of in my West Bay, in our West Bay Wellness Association event that I looked a few nights ago, and I was mingling among 7 generations of players that I have coached.
Well done. Amen.
And when I look, also on the field, I have one son, 15 years old, and one is 18. And I see them playing amongst players that I have coached from 5 and 6 generations ago.
Right.
So I would say that our decision in West Bay to try to do this collectively to bring an awareness of the social, educational, and health problems in our community, I would say it started off on the right note.
Yeah, so because I'm watching the clock and I know we're going to have to jump, and before I even jump, there's a note that came in. Good morning to all. Just a suggestion to Radio Cayman. Okay. I'm being given alternative instructions. Okay.
We have to take a break to go to the 8 o'clock news now.
Okay. All right.
And when we come back,
we will
with the 9 o'clock news now, and when we come back, we will continue
the conversation and invite people to call in as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And invite and the phone lines will be open.
Yeah.
You want to keep us?
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
We give you honor and praise, adoration and glory.
Radio Cable.
Praise time.
Praise him, praise him. Come and let's praise the Lord. Come and let's praise the Lord. Praise him in the morning and in the evening. Oh, let's praise the Lord.
Praise time in the morning.
Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
Radio K-Man, waking you up.
Rock my soul in the blues of my faith. Rock my soul in the blues of my faith.
Praise time.
I know he cares. He'll always be there. Oh, yeah. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it.
Follow Radio
Social
K-Man
media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube.
Download
our official Radio K-Man app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiokman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
all the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio K-Man. This is For the Record.
So welcome back. And the conversations that we've been having during the breaks, they are illuminating, they are invigorating, and they're interesting and also educational.
Yes.
And informative. So
if you want to join the conversation, the number to call is 1-800-534-8255. Compliments of flow, and the number is 949-8037 or 949-6990, or you can call us by WhatsApp 925-3261.
Okay, I think we have a caller. Before I invite you gentlemen to continue that really, really important conversation, we'll just take this call.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the line.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Steve, and good morning, Ms. Teresa.
Good morning.
And good morning to your guests as well.
Morning. Good morning.
So, being a young Caymanian, I understand how important it is for us to stay healthy and active in our community. My experience when I was going to school, I remember 2004 Hurricane Ivan hit us, right? And our transition back into school, it really gets emotional at this point, because really and truly, the dynamics of our society had changed completely, and we was not even aware of it, because when physical activity has been changed so much that where we don't even get the social activities anymore like how we used to. Look, I went to John Gray High School, George Hicks High School, after Hurricane Ivan started, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry. I just heard a little music in the
so did I. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So, what I was saying, right, is that when I was going primary school, we all had recess, the play time in school, where we get a little break from dealing with our school lessons and stuff with the subjects. And I could tell you what I see when they took away playtime from the school, the middle school, they used to have the big old play field in the back. They literally took us off of that campus, that area. And there was activity on the hallways where it was like a lot of idle playing and all those stuff. In my opinion, that was not really healthy for us as children growing